So the NBA rescinded Luka's 16th technical, making, him eligible to play, which I think is a good thing. I mean, if you pay your money and you get to see the Lakers once a year, you know what I'm saying? I think that suspension, should be rescinded. But I think the next LA game they have, he should be suspended for that. I think that rule needs a bit of reform. So in my opinion, when it boils down to it, if a player gets the 16th suspension or suspension in general, unless it's just egregious, like, something wild, I believe that suspension should follow the next home game. I think they should be suspended for the home games, not for games where you go to Memphis once a year, you go to Minnesota, New York once. Nah. Fans pay to see that. So I don't really have an issue. I'm pretty sure the original video I did, which I did earlier in the day, and it came up right after the news broke. People go, oh, you were wrong. And if you want to start a YouTube channel and blow up, just be wrong. And negativity is what flourishes on YouTube. Unfortunately, when you speak certain messages on YouTube, they suppress your channel. They talk about, we want a fact check, we want the truth. No, they don't. Because all the people that speaking the real and speaking the truth on YouTube, they suppress their channel. And don't be surprised if YouTube don't face a class action lawsuit down the line. But when you tell lies, you notice the people that lie, that clickbait, their channels, they grow. But that was after the facts. But I thought it was, and I said in the video, I think towards the middle or the end, that they probably was going to rescind it. And it's good for the Pistons fans. I know people say, oh, we could have won, but it is what it is. Fans need to see Luka. He come once a year. Cade and them played when they went to LA. And at the end of the day, the Lakers hot as fish grease. So more motivation for the Pistons to show that they necessarily can get it done without Cade temporarily. So I have no issue with it. So the NBA has a problem. Back in the 80s, they figured, 70s and 80s when Kermit knocked out Rudy Tomjanovich. Go look that up. He got banned for the NBA. He hit him so hard. It was bad. Yeah, the Rudy Tomjanovich, they coached the Rockets and coached the Lakers. And Kermit Washington, I believe his name was. Google Kermit Washington and Rudy Tomjanovich. I believe that was the 70s. And they had this issue where they was going mainstream eventually in the 80s, and they didn't want to see the egregious foul. So obviously, they made the Pistons the golden boy for physical basketball play, which it was a lot of players that was playing physically, physical and all that type stuff, right? And they made them the poster child. And a lot of rule changes happened because of the Detroit Pistons and other markets they didn't like. I mean, San Antonio, when they was winning, when the Pistons in San Antonio was doing their thing in the 2000s, they started changing rules. Oh no, we gotta let them score more points, and this type of defense is banned and you can't play. We gonna call it. This is how you got to where you got to. But if the Lakers in Boston, Michael Jordan was benefiting, those rules wouldn't have been changed. And that's just the truth need to be told. The NBA is just listed as an entertainment company, which is legally not a sports company, and they legally can fix games. That's allegedly what's being said, especially if you ask AI. They're not listed as a sports company. They're listed as an entertainment company. Crazy, right? So they can legally fix games. And basketball is not, by its rules, it's not in its purest form. Basketball is like, something that they put a lot of fillers in and chemicals in to make it stretch or make it, last on the shelves a lot longer. That's basketball. Just as they say they put a lot of BS in your food, especially in fast food and all that type of stuff. They put a lot of basketball is the same way. How they know basketball when they crying about, flopping and fouls. I'm gonna say this: about 50% of fouls that you see in the NBA is not fouls by the true letter of the Naismith rules of basketball. It's not. Half the time they traveling, they carrying, they palming the ball. We can just go on and on and on again. But they religiously changed that the rules when it came to the Pistons and the Spurs. They changed the rules a lot. Pistons in the 80s, the 80s, they changed them. When they started becoming a thing in the 2000s, they changed them. You know what I'm saying? Well, fans don't want to see this. Okay, then you change the rules this much. Cool. Guess what? Fans still don't want to see it. You know, see the shit that y'all put on the thing. So how you see basketball today is so far from what the sport really was intended to be. But when you got capitalists running basketball, this is what you have. This is what happens. Real talk. This is what happens when it's about $1. $1 destroy everything. But I'm glad he playing. A lot of y'all took off or getting off work early or got a quick turnaround in the morning to go down there to Little Caesars and see the Lakers. I remember one year Anthony Davis or LeBron didn't play for the Lakers and people paid all that money. And they come here once a year. You know? That's messed up. That's so messed up. So I think that the NBA made the right decision, and you know, I understand we down Cade, but you gotta get out the mindset. And Lions fans had this mindset that, oh, he ain't playing, we can win. We can win with that motherfucker playing. Hey, man, they ain't playing. We wanna beat teams at their best. We don't need, you know, moral victories, or we don't need those victories where they short hit. No, I want to beat you when you at your best. I really want to know the truth. You know? So, Luka, Austin Reeves, I expect LeBron to play. Let's get it. If we get popped, we get popped. The chances of the Lakers and Pistons making the finals are slim to none anyway. You know, Lakers 8 straight wins. You know, probably scripted by the NBA so people can have more interest. When the NBA figure out people just want to see an entertaining product, they'd be better off. They'd be better off when they figure that out. They'd be better off. You know? So, but everything is versed towards $1. Everything is versed towards casual fans. That's just, you know, what they push. So, but happy that they rescinded the tech. I think fans need to get to see. I think the Pistons need to play them at their best. And Luka been on the heater. Didn't he just drop a 60-piece? So he been on the heater. Let's see what we can do. So I ain't want him to, he don't play. No, I want to beat them at their best, true competitor. So, you know, thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. The subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance to get notifications. We go live and drop video. I appreciate the love, support. Let me know what your girls and guys think in the comment section. Find me on X, Facebook, Kick, Twitch, Instagram, the whole 9. Check out Detroit Pistons Talk playlist for more videos like this. Other than that, hit the link in the description. Follow me everywhere. Say, you know, it's the link that say follow me everywhere. Peace.